Welcome to Parkinson Voice Project Speak Out Home Practice Session. I'm Sarah Deasing. I'm a speech language pathologist and certified speak out provider. Today's topic is SCUBA. Say it with intent. SCUBA. Speak out more. SCUBA. As we start today's session, I want to remind you that these sessions are to be also with your visits with your certified speak out provider. So it's really important to get that personalized care from a certified speak out provider and do your daily practice. Today's session topic comes from an amazing email that I received from Kay. So let me give you a closer look of the picture for today's session topic. And let's smile with intent. Amazing picture. So this is Kay and her husband. She's a speak out participant. And she says this: on our trip to Rotan, Honduras, my 4 teenage grandchildren and their dad became certified scuba divers. My daughter, son, daughter-in-law, husband, and myself were already certified to dive. By the end of the week, we were all able to go on a family dive. So cool. Thanks for sending that in, Kay, and inspiring today's session. So let's take a sip with intent. And swallow with intent. For the first exercise, the first speak out exercise is the warm-up exercise. So lift and stretch every syllable together. May, me, my, mo, moo. Connect them together more. May, me, my, mo, moo. Put your voice over the screen. May, me, my, mo, moo. Use more intent. May, me, my, mo, moo. Last one, best one. May, me, my, mo, moo. Well done. Take a sip with intent. And swallow with intent. The next exercise is the ah exercise. So open your mouth so that you're not trapping the sound. Ah. And project more. Send that sound out. We want a clear, strong voice, sending it out across the room. Wonderful. Voice just keeps on getting better and better the more of the speak out exercises that you do. With intent. Last one with the most intent. Excellent. Take a sip with intent. And swallow with intent. The next exercise is the glide exercise. So you're going to project out your steady ah, glide up, stop. More intent. Project out your steady ah and glide down. Start with intent. Ah. Ah. Starting down there for your glide. Ah. Ah. So I received an email recently saying a couple reminders were helpful, that keeping your head still, it always makes your voice sound better, and also keeping your eyes open. So I know that when you're focusing really hard, sometimes we close our eyes. That makes your voice go inward and not out. So we're going to look where we want our voice to go and send it out with intent. Ah. Ah. Wonderful. Speak out again. Ah. Ah. Excellent. Take a sip with intent. And swallow with intent. Next exercise is the counting exercise. We're going to connect and stretch every number. So if you're going 1, 2, 3, then that's not the purpose of the exercise that we're going for. So connecting every number so there's no breaks in your voice with intent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Excellent. So did you hear your voice connecting between each number? Let's do it more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And let's start with 1 the last time. I hope you have some confidence in your voice that you are going to do this exercise with intent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Excellent. Take a sip with intent. And swallow with intent. For our reading exercise, Just love that picture. Read each sentence 2 times. Use more intent the second time. Speak out. SCUBA is a acronym. More intent. SCUBA is an acronym. Now, if you're a certified scuba diver, then you probably knew that. Rest of us, not so much. So here's what it stands for with intent. Self-contained underwater breathing apparatus. Speak out more. Self-contained underwater breathing apparatus. Apparatus is just such a good word. Speak out. You need a mask, diving suit, ballast weights, and more. So much equipment. Speak out more. You need a mask, diving suit, ballast weights, and more. Speak out. Certification requires classes and tests. Speak out again. Certification requires classes and tests. So my understanding is that when you're certified, then you get to be able to do deeper dives and see cooler things on your dives and do more. So that's why someone would want to get certified. Take a sip with intent and swallow with intent. For the conversation exercise, so sign into the chat if you haven't already. All you need to do is put in your name and where you're from so that we can see that when you're chatting. If you also just want to watch the images and messages that come on by to hear about other people's scuba diving, that's great too. So first, for our conversation exercise, we're going to describe the image with intent. This is Kay and her family members on their scuba dive. Amazing. So please tell me about the picture with intent. Now, if your description is counting the people in the picture, then use that to speak with intent and not counting under your breath, not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I call those throwaway comments, or just like things you say without even thinking about it, like, okay, sure, fine, thanks. But every word that you're saying, you need to say with intent. It's important to use intent and to have people understand you. So count with intent. Now that's kind of multitasking because you're doing a task and also speaking with intent. So the good thing to practice on your way to conversing with intent. Now, I would love to know, have you scuba dived or someone in your family? Do they go scuba diving? If your answer is no, say that with intent. And I would love for you to tell me about the trip with intent and type it with intent. I enjoy snorkeling, but I've never gone scuba diving. I don't know if I'm that brave. We'll see. Take a sip with intent. and swallow with intent. For Dr. Boone's words, so this is a great exercise for your swallow. Those G's, the NG's, and the K's in this exercise are the same movement that you do when you start your swallow to get that food or that liquid down the right way. So swallow with intent. We're going to emphasize those underlined and highlighted letters. People say, I don't know if I'm doing it right. Well, if you're saying each sound with intent, you are. Let's begin. Gu, la, gung, ga, ga. Speak out more. Gu, ga, gung, ga, ga. Ku, ka, mung. Gu, ka. Speak out more. Ku, ka, mung. Gu, ka. Gangla, gangla, kukla, kukla. Well done. Now take a sip with intent. And swallow with intent. If you have questions about any of the exercises about intent or finding a certified Speak Out provider, please email intent@parkinsonvoiceproject.org, and I'll love to see your email. For our bonus reading today, Kay shared a little bit about her trip and what they saw on their dive. So I thought it was just so fun that it's our bonus reading today. So we're going to read the passage 2 times, use more intent the second time, and emphasizing those highlighted words. Speak out. On our dive in Rotan, we saw 2 grouper fish that followed us like dogs. They were interested in everything we were doing. We also saw lionfish, barracuda, a pufferfish, a seahorse, and eels. We saw interesting coral formations, a submerged boat, and a VW van. Can you believe that? Under the water? I wonder how it got there. All right, we're going to read a second time with more intent. On our dive in Rotan, we saw 2 grouper fish that followed us like dogs. They were interested in everything we were doing. We also saw lionfish, barracuda, a pufferfish, a seahorse, and eels. We saw interesting coral formations, a submerged boat, and VW van. Excellent work on your Speak Out exercises today. You did it. I have a special request. So for caregivers, so if you have a caregiver or somebody that helps you with your Parkinson's, or if you are that person watching with your Speak Out participant, we have a research opportunity for you. So one of our Speak Out therapy centers and research centers has a study specifically for Speak Out caregivers, asking questions about how Speak Out influences you. So we have the information. We'll have it in the chat box. You can email us to receive that information, or you can see it on the end of the reading material for today. So lots of ways for you to be able to access that survey. So we would be really grateful if you would take a few minutes and fill that out so that we could get more knowledge about Speak Out and your experiences too. Remember to like and share this session on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. You can follow us and subscribe so that you get reminders to do your Speak Out exercises. Thank you for joining me today. And remember to speak and live with intent.